When Bilal took you to where we grew up?
Yeah.
What was the perception? You were coming home?
Yeah, she wasn't too happy with that. She was like, you brought me from Trinidad to this?
He just called out his fiancé in front of his family for not liking his rundown childhood home. And this was the guy who hid what he really had from her for 2 years. But he didn't hesitate to show all of us watching what he had.
My money don't jiggle, jiggle, it folds. I like to see you wiggle, wiggle, for sure. It makes me wanna dribble, dribble, you know. Riding in my Fiat, you really have to see it.
It didn't take 2 years for you to show us what you have.
Awesome!
What can we say about Bilal? The guy decides after waiting 2 years to bring his fiancée to the US to prank her.
I'm gonna bring her to my childhood home, the home that I actually grew up in. I wanted to see if Shaeeda truly wants me for me and not for what I have.
His plan was something that we hadn't seen before, but his execution was flawed. Yes, he brought her to his childhood home, but it hadn't been lived in for 15 years.
That's feeling.
Yeah, I gotta get that done.
It looks like it could collapse on us any moment now.
Instead of pretending like he had less, he just came off as someone who didn't take care of their property and has no faucet? What the f?
This place is dilapidated. This place is not the place I want to be at.
Shaeeda wasn't happy and Bilal was disappointed.
A lot of what she said was actually more hurtful in relation to, like, I thought that, like, you would have been better than what you are right now.
But even though this prank was causing a lot of tension, Bilal kept it going into the next day.
Shaeeda arrived yesterday. I felt like she was pretty insensitive towards me, my feelings, and hey, what if this was my house?
This is his childhood home, so why is this house even in this condition and why haven't they taken care of it? I don't understand that, and I don't understand where he got the water for this tea kettle from.
I made you some tea.
Oh, thank you. Just put it down there for me, please.
Tea.
Shaeeda apologizes for how she reacted to Bilal's house.
Yeah.
I should have never had an outburst or say things to you that was unkind.
She is concerned that she can't work for a while and wants to know if Bilal can take care of her. Because in her eyes, he's a real estate investor that can't take care of his real estate.
One of the things for me that is big is, like, gratitude.
I see you wearing a little t-shirt.
I mean...
How about be grateful and fix up your childhood home? It needs some love.
I apologize for peace because my family is like 3,000 miles away from home. I have no one here. I just have Bilal.
Shaeeda calls her mom and shows her the house that she thinks she will now be living in.
See this? You see this, Mom? Like, this is not even safe.
Okay, her mom is hilarious.
All them suited us put on. I wonder if he was renting them suits.
Shaeeda feels deceived, but her mom doesn't seem concerned about the state of the house.
Money and material things is not everything.
She does think Shaeeda should leave, though, if Bilal can't get his shit together and prove himself.
Wait and see, observe, okay?
Yeah.
We will have to wait and see if her mom laughs as hard when Bilal reveals that this was all a prank.
I'm thankful that I have like 89 more days to get married to Bilal. Because we have 89 more days to solve this situation.
Oh my god, it's only been 1 day. This is going to be a long season.
I think that we are on our way to visit my mother, but I'm going to surprise her by actually taking her to our real home we'll be living in.
At least this prank is about to end. Finally.
Bringing her to the real home, showering her with an abundance of things that I've gotten for her, I definitely think that that will make up for one night.
You better hope so.
Welcome to your new home. What is it?
Oh my God, yes.
Now you better be grateful if she doesn't leave you for that terrible prank.
You like it?
I love the gray.
Awesome.
I love the throws on the couch.
This is what she was expecting, and it matches Bilal's personality. But now how can she really trust this guy?
I would always be a little skeptical when it comes to trusting what he says 100%.
What a great way to start a relationship with no trust. He obviously doesn't trust her, and now she doesn't trust him. It's a recipe for disaster. He does put in a lot of thoughtful detail into giving her her own yoga space that she loves. So the real question is if he can make up for this bad start to their 90 days. I'm gonna go with no.
Mike the House Elf wants to remind you to subscribe to this channel.
Has given Dobby a shock.
Come on.
Dobby is free.
If you don't, he will appear in your room tonight to tell you he loves you.
Come on. I think they're here. Let me get the door and You ready? You ready?
Shaeeda is about to meet Bilal's mom, sister, and brother. And did anyone else find it strange that she didn't meet them at the door and just stood in the kitchen? Was she just nervous?
Smelling good? What's going on, sister girl? What up, big bro?
Where's she at? Where's she at?
There she is, just standing in the kitchen by herself.
Oh my God, what the hello.
Their first meeting in person seems to go well.
She has a very kind heart, very kind spirit. So I think they have a good ground foundation.
But it gets a bit uncomfortable when they start talking about the prank.
The whole family knows about the prank. I mean, I had to go get the keys from my mother for the van. I mean, my sister came in town to fix the house, so everyone knows about the prank.
By the look on his face, I'm guessing no one in the family told him it was a bad idea. Shaeeda says she felt like it looked like her grandmother's house, and Bilal calls her out for not liking it.
Yeah, she wasn't too happy with that. She was like, you brought me from Trinidad to this?
He just called out his fiancé in front of his family for not liking his rundown childhood home. And this was the guy who hid what he really had from her for 2 years. But he didn't hesitate to show all of us watching what he had.
My money don't jiggle jiggle, it folds. I like to see you wiggle wiggle, for sure. It makes me wanna dribble dribble, you know. Riding in my Fiat, you really have to see it.
It didn't take 2 years for you to show us what you have. Even though Bilal called Shaeeda out, his family doesn't seem bothered by her reaction. They seem more concerned with her adapting to Bilal's kids.
I want kids.
Everyone but Shaeeda seems to know that Bilal isn't on the same page about them having more kids.
Getting older, you know, the kids are getting older and stuff like that, you know, so.
It doesn't seem like he wants anymore. So why would he bring her all the way over if she definitely does?
I want to do certain things, you know, whether it's traveling all that,
and stuff
all
like
that
that.
stuff stops. She'd be like, oh, we can just track the baby. Like, no, you cannot. Like, she lives in a fantasy land when it comes to that.
What a great second day in the US for Shaeeda. Jeez.
He turns it around on me to make it look like if I am the incompetent one, I am the one who lives in a fairyland.
He hasn't been upfront with her about it, and I am glad that she does say that they will figure it out before they decide to get married. I can't imagine trying to figure all of that out and getting over your fiance pranking you on your first day. Will this couple make it? Does he have any more practical jokes up his sleeve? We will have to wait and see what happens on what's probably going to be a very long and boring season. Anyways, thanks for watching. Bye!